everyone, Rosabel's here to show my Pepe and Narantuya based trust farms for AS-7, 8, and 9. As with all of my character-based trust farms, I'm working on the assumption that your operators have no masteries and are at most E2 level 60. I will be giving alternatives for all other units used in each trust farm, and feel free to leave comments if you have any questions or need any help. Starting with AS-7, this is going to be a 4-person AFK trust farm with Pepe skill 1. Narantuya skill 1, no mastery is needed. I just so happen to have a mastery up on her, but I managed to do this at skill rank 7. Your best guard. So I suggest a guard that has at least 3 block. Or a lord guard like Thorns or Chobai, etc. with 2 blocks. So you can use Hoederer or Pianos. If you have Blaze, you can use her. Spectre, let's say, you could use her. Or even just a guard, so just like Hoshiguma, Penance, Mudrock, etc. I'm going to use Hoederer for wholesome reasons. Yes, wholesome reasons. And your best healer. So I'm going to be using Nightingale skill 2. If you don't have Nightingale and you have other units that can heal well, then that should be fine. Mostly I want to use Nightingale because of the extra res, but you don't necessarily need it. Alright, we'll start by waiting for Hoederer. Or, whatever guard you choose to put there. Over here, facing up.
Order acknowledged.
Activate his skill.
Eyes blind by hatred.
Next, Narantuya over here, facing to the right. Activate her skill to change her stance. Pepe over here, facing the left, so she's covered also by Narantuya's range. And end it with Nightingale or whatever healer you have facing down. The only real threat in this stage is the cat, whose attack is based on how many crystals are on the field. And yeah, that's why I wanted to use Nightingale, but you don't necessarily have to. I've tested it without Nightingale before, and Pepe and Narantuya were able to survive anyway. At least for the first few hits, but you definitely need a healer around so that they don't die. Anyway, Narantuya will constantly work on removing the crystals on these top 2 portions, so it's not going to be that bad. And yeah, we just wait to the end. And that's it.
To fight to the very end. That's our destiny.
Got the lucky drop, not the mat. What? Up next, AS-8. This is also an AFK trust farm with only 3 ops. Again, Pepe skill 1, skill rank 7 is fine. Narantuya skill 1, skill rank 7 is fine. And your best healing defender. If you don't have a good healing defender, put a defender and a healer. But yeah, even Saria, that's just fine. I don't suggest using Blemishine. Use a healing defender that can passively heal, not one that's, offensive recovery. Alright. We're gonna have to wait a bit. And then put Pepe down here on the second tile. Narantuya below Pepe, facing to the right. Activate her skill to change her stance. And then end it with Saria over here. If you don't have enough DPS between them, let's say that, I don't know, it usually works, but you might get unlucky, or I don't know what scenario. It always worked for me, but just in case you're a bit nervous, because there is a part that looks a bit dicey when all of the enemies are just sort of over here. If you're not confident in your trust farm being stable, you may add an additional DPS, maybe Ifrit or maybe another caster, but this should be enough. And yeah, you just wait until the end, and it should be enough. And that's it. Your guard tone. And finally, we have the boss stage, AS-9. This is going to be a 4-person trust farm. Sadly, I couldn't make it that AFK, but should be fine. Pepe, skill 3. Narantuya also, skill 3. Again, you don't need masteries. I just so happen to have them. I highly suggest Nightingale because you need the resistance because the boss does a lot of arts damage. You don't have to use her skill 3. You can get away with skill 2. But her summon and her res is what you need if you don't have Nightingale. Use your best healer, and then I suggest bring 2 or 3 fast redeploys. And I'll tell you why when the boss is up. But yeah, if you don't have her, bring like, I don't know, like Gravel. What other fast redeploys? We have Kieran Altar. Basically, like hella drops to just tank some damage. And then your best Lord Guard, Thorns is the best option, but you can also use Chobai, or whatever best Lord Guard you have. If you don't have a really good Lord Guard, then you can supplement it with another caster or an extra guard just to deal extra damage. But this should be it, and I'll show you how it's done. We start with 20 DP off the bat, so I'm going to put Pepe over here. The boss is out immediately. We're not going to do anything immediately with the boss. We're just going to set up. Narantuya over here, facing down. Healer over here, facing down. And then finally, we're going to end with Thorns over here. Put a crystal up here so that we can start destroying these. And then we'll just activate Thorns as needed. The initial stage of this boss is pretty easy. It's more about getting past all the mobs. And getting Thorns skill up. The latter stage is where the difficulty comes in, but it's not really because of the boss being super hard. It's one specific attack. So I'll just tell you the timings that you need for those. Come on, Thorns, you can do it. Okay, activate Thorns. Alright. When that guy is over here, activate Pepe skill and activate Narantuya's. And that should take care of this whole crowd and start doing damage to the boss. I mean, you can't put one here just to get rid of that. A lot of this boss is crystal management, but there's a lot of times when you can't actually manage the crystals as efficiently as you'd like. So just keep activating skills. I think this should be enough. Yeah. Alright. Once the crystals are all gone, that's when the boss gets really weak. So we're gonna wait for these guys to just go out. And then we can activate this over here. Alright. Just gonna get rid of some stuff. Now, he's gonna alternate. So when you see those lines, there's two things he's gonna do. He's gonna alternate between creating a barrier and dealing a massive attack. So at maximum, he uses 15 crystals. Recommended is you don't have 15 crystals on the stage, but as you've seen, it's really hard to do that because he has global range on that. So in this attack, he's going to make the barrier first. that's fine. It just makes it a bit longer to destroy the boss, but it's fine. You should have enough DPS to kill him in the first place. The difficult thing is the second attack. So we're gonna wait until the second attack activates because it also charges power. This one, so it charges power from these attacks and it deals a massive arts attack basically, depending on how many crystals were absorbed. Now, obviously, we weren't able to clear out the crystals that much. So you need Nightingale to provide natural res around her surroundings, and that will be enough to actually make sure that they don't die. However, you can also use this to make sure, her summon, to make sure that this will be the one targeted instead of Nightingale to keep Nightingale alive. Now, if you don't have Nightingale, bring 2 or 3 fast redeploys, and when he starts that second attack, make sure you deploy the 2 fast redeploys so that they will be the one targeted instead of your units here. These are the units you want to keep alive at all costs. And then just activate skills as needed. So, yay. That's basically it. So just keep an eye out all the time. He's gonna do another barrier. This boss will be a lot less annoying once all of the crystals are gone, because then he'll take a lot more damage.
I shall protect you.
Right, just keep on activating skills, and once all the crystals are gone, he'll start taking a lot more damage.
My power is all yours now.
There we go. Once this barrier is broken, it should be fine. There's no more crystals for him to basically take power out of, so you should be okay. And that's it.
Mission accomplished. To fight to the very end. That's our destiny.
And we can finally farm these things. What do you know? And those are the trust farms. Hope you're having fun in this event. Hope you're enjoying using Pepe and Narantuya. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!